Hi guys, and welcome back to God King for episode 3. So last episode we got Waltz and Maurice as a refugee and a prisoner, respectively. Maurice from the Deserter quest. And we also set up our plan for our ritual area later on, which is going to be probably the centre of our base. Looking good. I need to get rid of this little bed. It's probably worth putting a standing lamp in our kitchen. It's weird that the standing lamp and the standing dark lamp have the same energy requirement, but actually I guess it kind of makes sense. Okay, so we're very much focusing on converting Maurice to our ideology on space of justice, and we're going to have Waltz work on constructing, whereas Sharon we want to grow before he constructs. So we get all our corn harvested up. Okay. And we're actually not going to want to cook simple meals. We're going to want to service meals. Simple meals by the 4. Until we've got 10 of them. And let's get Waltz up and running with this standing lamp as well. So we're cooking much faster now, that's much better. Okay. So we're going to cook up our meals here. And Waltz is going to be unhappy because he ate human meat. It's only going to last 20 hours. Well, another 16 hours from now, so that's not awful. Let's see if we can get some ambrosia for us as well. Got a couple of big bushes. So we'll see if we can do anything about that. Okay. Harvesting up this corn. And we've got the cloud watching as well. Okay. So we're very close to being done. We've got Waltz is in a daze because he slept in the cold. So one of the worst things about these sandy tiles is the sand gets everywhere. So later on we're definitely going to be wanting to put floors over all of the sand that we're going to be anywhere near. Really want to focus on getting rid of this no recent conquest as well. So we'll see what we can do about that. It's about 1 day to the outpost, but we're probably going to want to wait until the muscle parasites have gone away to do that. Okay, so male yak we're going to want to slaughter up. And Maurice is very low on certainty now. Looking good. We've got plenty of meals. Which is perfect. Okay. down to only 10%. Waltz is back with us, and we've got a manhunter pack of rats. So that's going to be all the way up here, and that's a pair of rats. Okay, so going to have Waltz deal with them when they arrive. I'll just show and stand in the store here. Oh, and it looks like Waltz is being very much beaten by these rats. Oh, and dealt with. Just going to have Waltz self-tend to his injuries, because he is our better medicine doer. At least for as long as he can. He has got the minor blood loss, but he is being dealt with. Okay, he's got to severe now, so we will have to rescue and tend to him. Does the light doesn't seep through the doorway? Okay. I'm going to prioritise converting, as that is our kind of goal for this episode. Get this wooden door repaired. Okay, got a transport pod crash of Dweeb. Is a space refugee. Trigger happy, jealous, and nimble. Good at social, but otherwise not. So good for us. So, how long has he got left? He's actually not. So I'm gonna capture him up. As soon as we can. Really hoping that we don't get a mental break on the way there. Oh, and he's actually got up and escaped. Okay. Oh dear. We've got a murderous rage deciding to kill Maurice. Oh, luckily he was dealt with fairly quickly. We're going to haul. Have to equip his great bow. Oh, that's been dealt with actually. We'll re-equip the steel club. Just rescue him up. Okay. So we are going to need a little bit more granite. Well, actually no, we've got 200, so we probably won't need that much more. Okay, 2 groups of pirates from the Hammer. Could be worth our while to do that. It's probably worth seeing if we can get Maurice on our side before that thing. Because he'll be able to use his gun. Okay. It's probably going to be enough stone blocks from Waltz. And we'll get him to tomorrow start finishing off this fence. Should we start that now? And very close to Reese being converted to our ideology, and then we can keep him as a slave. So that is the and gold, and we'll get him converted again, down to just 5%. Okay, a good amount of meat over here as well. Gonna get that to be, that was here, hauled in straight away. And cook that up into some fine meals. Still left 56 over here. So prioritise cooking that up. There we are. To re-equip our great bow as well. Just get the bolts to deliver some food for Maurice. And we're just going to prioritise converting again. 2.3, so very close now. Okay. We're gonna have the rest of this goat's meat hauled to us now, and we've got a group of travellers passing through. They're not, sadly, they're not willing to trade with us. They've got nothing to trade, rather. And another group of travellers passing by, again not willing to trade with us. So 0.44 certainty. So got merely one more time. I'm going to prioritise resowing over harvesting, as we have got enough currently, I think. Get us all rested up. Okay, and we'll get him converted. And perfect. He can now be enslaved. So we're going to want to work on that as soon as possible. There we are. And that will make us much more happy. So change this bed to a slave bed. Maurice has been enslaved now. He's not too bad at plants. So let's do his work priorities. We're going to have him grow on number 2 as well. And harvest up all this corn. Okay. And it will be important as well for us to make firstly an authority cap, I want that out of human leather, and then a slave body strap out of, we'll go for cloth on that, and a slave collar out of So we'll get them made up straight away. Oh, and we've got a sad one, sadly. And Yak 1 is starting to run away. Maurice is getting much better at plants now. It's only botched one of these harvests, or two now, but not doing too badly. And he's now in bed. Okay, I'm going to want to make this authority cap ASAP. There we are. We're going to have that authority cap over the flak helmet because it gives us a big buff when we suppress slaves. Oh, I didn't mean to cancel that. To clear his work. Okay. We don't want Maurice to be wearing this helmet. So we're gonna get it placed down there. That's perfect. And he's just gonna harvest a bunch of bushes for us. That's fine. So once he's finished harvesting all these ambrosia, I'm going to have him haul it back. So he's going to haul this, perfect. And once Waltz has got this wall complete, which he almost has, so we're going to prioritise this piece here. What I'm going to do is meteor granite has landed. I'm going to want to make 100 slate blocks. Okay. Have this ambrosia harvested as well, and all hauled back. Perfect. So what we're going to do is form a caravan and go first to this colony. Okay, I'm going to want to, as soon as we can, cook up some food. Enough food for a couple of days. Okay. And then we're going to form a caravan and go to this with Maurice and Sharon. It's taking 8 of the 12 meals, that's perfect. And we're going to want to take this biocoded SMG as well, and the flak helmet. And we'll take a little bit of ambrosia as well. Okay. And leaving Waltz to our base by himself, pretty much. It's only actually about 0.6 days to this outpost, which is not as bad. So this is going to get rid of our minus however much mood buffer not raiding. And we've got some manhunting raccoons attacking us. So we're going to have Maurice equip his SMG. Perfect. We won that battle, and we'll keep on pushing. Perfect. Okay. got Waltz finishing up our construction. It's all done that now. He's just making enough slate currently. And he's fallen into a daze. Hopefully nothing bad happens in the short period that we're out. And got a caravan attack. So a heavy SMG on this person. And we're going to have both our boys rest up for now. So there's lots of corpses in these. Waltz is leaving our map, and we're going to see if we can fight. So we're going to have Maurice put on the Slack helmet and push up. Okay, I'm going to go to here, get behind them. Okay, and we've actually managed to down them, which is very nice for us. I'm going to want to look in these rooms very quickly. So we found the Silent Neuroformers. We'll have Maurice self-tend. And we're just finding lots of giblets. Okay, rescuing Null is our next quest. Okay, Eltic Staff, Buffalo Head Wrap. Very nice. I'm gonna open up these cages. And we completed the quest. Okay. We'll reform. Oh, there's still enemies in this area. Oh, she's got back up. Don't believe it. Okay, luckily we downed her still. Cut that too close. Going to take all of the meals. The Ambrosia. The Neuroformers. The heavy SMG and the Eltic Staff. Is there anything we don't want to take? Now that's a better question. Could take these ship landing beacons, that wouldn't hurt. And possibly the standing lamps as well. Okay, that will do us, and we're just going to return home with this. So we have captured Orberus. I'm going to look at the gear as well. So we're going to want a heavy SMG, and we're going to want to remove the biocoded heavy SMG there. We're going to want to remove this flak armour as well, and the gun link from Orberus. And the gun link has +3 shooting accuracy, so it might be good to have that on Sharon. So Orberus has gained an infection. We're going to set Maurice's bed to 4 prisoners and put Maurice in the kitchen when we return home. Okay, looking at the infection, we are ahead of it. Only just. And we've got flu on Maurice. How's Maurice looking? He's slightly ahead as well. Okay. So Sharon's going to prioritise taking our prisoner to bed. And Maurice is going to prioritise falling asleep, apparently. Okay. I'm going to get them both back. We're actually going to have Maurice prioritise moving that and moving his bed. For slaves. I'm just going to drop all of his stuff, get him into bed. So we're going to want him on number 1 bed resting. Sharon is dropping our prisoner. So out of our two, Maurice is the better doctor. So we're going to have him tend. Okay, we're looking like we're staying just ahead again. Prioritise unloading this. And we're going to use both these Psylink neuroformers. So we've got Pain Block and Blinding Pulse. Not too bad. Going to place down our ship landing beacon here. Not that we will actually have a ship, but we can dream. Okay, the flu not looking too bad, and Ophrellis is getting over her infection. Going to prioritise converting her as usual, and prioritise working on this ship beacon, so we've got a bit of space to get these two. Gonna hit V, switch off the power designation for them. Okay, and a standing lamp in here wouldn't go amiss. Okay, we've got a transport pod crash. Again, as our rules dictate, we are going to have to accept this. So we'll get a steel bed up and running for her, and do some cooking as well. Or not. Okay. So Phyllis is nicely done, and she's having a crisis in her beliefs as well. So we are going to do a dance party here. Got a good chance that it's going to be fun. And we're really banking on that. And it's a very fun. We've got a wanderer joining as well, called Kevin, or Kelvin, sorry. So, first things first, we're going to have to accept this. Needing rescue over here. Oh, and we've still got no recent conquest on. Sharon, which is weird. I'm gonna want to set up another bedroom as well. Just temporarily here. Slate tiles as well. So that's causing us big problems. We can set this to 4 colonists. And have Maurice move his bed to here. And then Sharon move his bed to the kitchen. so that we get rid of his jealousy. Change that to for slaves. Okay, that's looking good. And Nickel is very good at mining. Depressive, so permanent -12. And neurotic. So that's going to be a very tricky colonist to deal with. But we'll think about that. Okay. Focus on cooking, I think. So Nickel, again, we could might be an option to sacrifice her. Sowing a bit more corn, which is nice. We are having to eat it raw. And this wind turbine is not in the home area, so we're going to have to update our home zone quickly. Do it like such. And then clear the area that's not inside. Now, looking at Maurice, we've done all his priorities nicely. We've got an ambrosia binge. So one way we can get around this is by forming a caravan. Maurice. Well then, we can't get around that. And we have got Maurice is going to escape. So he's seen his opportunity. So this could be the very end for us. Although we have got Kevin, who's able to come in and melee attack Maurice. And he is part of our religion as well. Okay, gonna get him to dash down as quickly as possible. So we can only now hope that Kevin's able to beat Maurice in this fight. He has got a knife against an SMG, so we can hope. Maurice being dealt 2 cuts, but Kevin taking some hits as well. And Kevin does beat him and win out in this. I'm going to need him to start doctoring. Pretty soon. It's going to be important to get Maurice fixed up first. And then we're going to have Sharon self-tend to himself, or no. Going to have Kevin tend to himself. And he's on an ambrosia bench. Okay, I'm going to have Maurice tend to Sharon. And then himself. He is nicely ahead on his flu, which is good. Get him to rescue Sharon. Put him in the kitchen. And we're going to change this to 21 degrees rather than the minus whatever we were on before. So Kevin will have to be captured and enslaved, which is a shame because he is a good pawn. Psychically dull, asexual and gourmand. and we're going to have to suppress Maurice. Okay, nice. Have some corn consumed. I'm going to change this to rice. Exclude the areas which have already been planted. So this is going to be a corn patch. And ideally we could get Maurice to start sowing on this. And we're going to move this tailor bench inside. Get him to keep tailoring this inside so it stops breaking. Okay, Kevin. Well, we'll have to prioritize converting here and feeding. And with Maurice, we want to prioritize him sewing this up. Okay, gonna keep Kevin in our colony for a little bit. I know it's not as per the rules, but it will be necessary, I think, for us to continue surviving and to just not have him as a slave. And we'll look at his work priorities. So he's able to cook very much better than Soren. And construct, we're not interested in him doing that. And cleaning could be important for him as well. So we'll do his like that. Got rare thrombos, not going to deal with that. We are going to, however, harvest up some berry bushes. And some agave. Okay. And is Kevin able to grow? He is not, but he will be. So we're going to have him start sowing this area as well. Okay. Overall, we're not looking too shabby. Got 32 days left on nickel, and Berylis is coming close to being converted. Okay, got a heat wave. Gonna have Kevin work on plant cutting as his number one. Overgrowing. So we can fight starvation. There's a berry bush here and some agave up here. Okay, we'll have him harvest and haul all of this food, and we're gonna have him prioritize cooking. That took us a minute, but it's done now. And we've got this slave body strap for Maurice. And a mad emu as well. So for the mad emu, we're just going to rename this area as safe, and we're gonna just assign everyone to basically stay indoors. Now we're going to take this. And we're going to want Kevin to haul this. And now on the schedule, I'm going to get everyone to stay in the safe zone. I've not quite done that right. Okay, there we are. Get this hauled inside. Now this ostrich we are going to want to deal with. So we get everyone to pick up some weapons. And we're just going to shoot it. There we are. Get Kevin to start butchering that up, while we get Maurice to hunt this rat. Okay, I'm going to want him to put down his gun as well. There we go. We've got a low drone for the men. Again, making our time a bit harder. As always. So random. Okay, I'm going to have Maurice deal with this. Okay, or not. Okay. Got her all dealt with. Gonna capture her up. We're also gonna focus on getting rid of this door, so we can cool down the area as a whole. Because we're getting some heat stroke. Once we finally get some wind. Okay, there we are. And we've got a raid of 3 people. 2 female, 1 male. This is going to be quite tricky for us, I think. Going to want Maurice to grab up his gun. I'm going to get Kevin to open this door up. Once that's open, we can start slashing these people up. Okay, we've dealt with that raid straight away, so that's good. We're going to also want to schedule everyone out of the home area. We'll leave Maurice in it actually, keep him close by. And that means when he's growing as well, he's going to stay close. This door's still being attacked. No longer. Okay, we'll get Kevin to close this up and prioritise butchering up these people. focus on cooking them up. Okay, perfect. Okay, we've got the quest Killer Monkeys as well. 4 man-hunting monkeys for either some Glitterworld medicine or chunk skip. Not something I'm hugely thrilled about. And we've got Maurice is attempting to escape. And he's been dealt with. Okay, well, I think that's the end of this episode. Made good progress. We've got our perimeter wall made up, set up now. We might build this bedroom here, or we might move straight onto this wall here. Overall, not too bad. Hopefully we can get Opisperu, Berylis, to be recruited quite soon. And then we can, can focus on getting this ritual area up and running. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.